Before you ask, no, I haven't had a new haircut. I'm at my grandma's house. Not my grandma's old house, the one you may have seen in such videos as, oh my god, everything is beige, but my grandma's new house, which is also predominantly beige. She moved house. People do that sometimes, you know. Georgetown! I was watching the news this morning and I saw a thing about a certain roundabout in London where a couple of cyclists have been killed in the last little while. And they were making a point about it being dangerous or something. But they said 2 cyclists have been killed. And it made me think, those 2 people, I wouldn't have thought they were both professional cyclists. That's pretty unlikely. I should think they were probably bankers or greengrocers or fishmongers or school teachers or priests or dog groomers or martial arts instructors or football coaches or nurses or sponge designers. Is that a thing? My point is that they've tragically died and they've been labelled as cyclists. That's their obituary, cyclists. And it got me thinking about the way that people label themselves. A little while ago there was a big hoo-ha in the news about a guy called John Darwin who had, I think, reportedly faked his own death for some reason to escape debt or claim insurance or something. I could have looked it up, it would have taken me 5 seconds. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But anyway, this guy John Darwin went missing, presumed dead, on some sort of canoeing expedition in the Amazon. I think the Amazon. Again, I could have looked it up, I didn't. But he was then constantly referred to in the news for the next several months as canoeist John Darwin. I bet he'd never been canoeing before in his life. And if he had, probably only as a hobby. I think it's pretty unlikely that canoeist was the label he would give to himself. He probably had a job, he probably had a family, he might have called himself Wonderful Father John Darwin. He might have called himself Prudent Businessman John Darwin. He might have called himself Stunning Altruist John Darwin. But no, he is forever known in the public consciousness as Canoeist John Darwin, which seems really strange to me. Whenever newspapers or TV news or whatever are talking about somebody, they need to describe them concisely. So they do this, they give them a label, call them canoeist or comedian or philatelist. That means stamp collector, okay? Philately will get you nowhere. And they try in that word to encapsulate everything that you need to know about that person. They also often try and give you an adjective, a single pithy descriptive word which will tell you everything you need to know. For example, chubby comedian Ricky Gervais. I was once delighted to hear Linda Smith refer to Prince Charles as the jug-eared philanderer. My favourite ever example of these sorts of labels, I think, is portly adventurer Ray Mears. Fabulous, but perhaps not a fair reflection of everything a person represents. I wondered what people would say if they were talking about me. Would they say musician George Rees? Would they say video blogger George Rees? I don't know, am I a video blogger? Is that what I am? I'd be kind of happy with that, I think, because I like doing this. It's a big part of my life and it's a big part of who I am now. But I don't know that it's everything I am. I don't know if I'd like to be described as video blogger George Rees, because I'm into music as well. And I'm into doodling things and I'm into not long walks on the beach. You know what? Everyone says long walks on the beach. No one's really into long walks on the beach. No one's ever been referred to as beach walker James Smith. I think I'd like to be referred to as fun-loving aesthetician George Rees. That would be cool. I feel like that does a fairly good job of encapsulating the things that matter to me. But I fear I would be more likely to be referred to as idiotic boob George Rees. But any compromise between the two, I'm fine with. Georgetown! So here's what I want from you on this particular Monday. I want you to put down in the comments 2 things. First of all, what you would like to be described as, an adjective and a noun, followed by your name. And then, what you honestly think people would be more likely to refer to you as if they were writing about you in a newspaper or a magazine or something. So, adjective, noun, your name. Ready? Go!